A lot of people were surprised when I put my hand up to join the force. Mate, they'd say, you got to get out of here and have an experience. Be part of the world. Well, the truth is, I never felt more a part of anything than the first time I got to wear my uniform. I always felt more at home out here in the middle of nowhere. I could never be at ease in the city. The noise alone did my head in. I guess that's what comes from being born in the country. Like a lot of others, I thought I could live a quiet life out here. The sad truth is you can never escape the world. Not fully anyway. At some point in our lives we all have to face a darker side that's hard to bear. And I've seen a lot of things for a bloke of my age. It's part of the job, I understand that. But, just because I don't work in the city doesn't mean I'm knocking back frosty glasses with the locals every evening. Far from it. See, there was this bloke. I saw him at the pub every Friday night. Always popular amongst the men and women. Good company, Worked out of home as a mechanic. Had his garage all set up in the backyard. Made an absolute killing. This guy was the best mechanic in town. Young, friendly, good prices, the lot. He knew machinery like he was a machine himself. Of course, when young girls started going missing, he just wasn't the type of person I'd have pinned it to. So far as we could see, he was a top bloke. He even attended the goddamn neighbourhood watch meetings that we started after all this got going. You think about it. What's got to be going on inside the head of a mechanic, a normal bloke, to go and murder 6 innocent little girls? It's beyond me. Where's the reasoning? Look, maybe the first one, little Nina Harris, maybe she was planned. Maybe he thought that one out. Perhaps her dad didn't pay up on a machinery job or something. The boy went sick and she wound up dead. A revenge thing, but the 5 ones after that, was there a reason for the second one, maybe? I highly doubt it. After that first one, maybe he just did it because he could. He buried the last girl in view of her house, for Christ's sake. Top of a hill about a K away. Nobody knew. Nobody noticed. All that was left, it fitted neatly in this little pillowcase. I found that body. Alcohol and I became very close friends for a long time after that. We never did catch him. Often wonder what I'd have done if we had. No, as soon as he got wind that we were onto him, he up and scarpered. Heard a rumour that he headed north, but, these things fade. Like old wounds. Sometimes I just have to come back up here. Revisit, the site of the crime or whatever. And I spend a lot of time thinking about it. Not a day goes by where I don't think about it. Think about what I could have done. What we could have done. What I didn't notice, what I did notice that I should have acted on. I just can't figure it. I couldn't figure it. Not then, and I sure as hell can't figure it now. It's part of the job. You try and think like them, understand the thought process, the pattern, the motive, all that. Tell you what, I couldn't find anything. Not one shred of history about him. He didn't have a traumatised childhood, nothing. Nothing that would suggest that he was going to do this. Just a good kid in school. Quiet. Good marks though. There's absolutely no reason for him to go and do something like this. Of course, there's a story that relates very closely about me and my sister. When I was younger, 5 or 6, I can't really remember which, we'd go picking apples off this tree in my grandparents' backyard. The best apples were always close to the top, and my sister, being taller than I was, would always climb up and get me one. Anyway, this one day she gets me this apple. I mean, it looks like it fell from heaven or wherever else you believe in. I look at this apple and bite into it. And Christ almighty, the thing isn't as rotten as a corpse on the inside. Some worm had got in, started eating away at it. I mean, you couldn't tell by just looking at it. It seemed perfect. You know, I figure that's what this evil's like. Just starts as, a little worm and gets to gnawing away at people on the inside like a cancer. Isn't any reason for it. Isn't any reason at all. I'm not religious at the best of times. But if there is a better place out there somewhere, hope to hell those girls are there, because out of anyone they deserve it. The rest of us can all get by. I mean, that's all you really can do. I guess that's because there's not a lot of rhyme and reason left in the world anymore. I highly doubt there ever was.